So today, let's talk about how can we be authentic in a fake facade society that we live in. How do we do that as men? How do we be strong men in the society that we live in 2024 here? Some things that I've experienced in my life personally, in my 43 years of life here on this planet, is if we follow celebrities and make them our idol, then how do we expect to live? How do we expect to live our own true identity, authentic self? How do we plan to live that out in this world and be happy and find security and freedom and fulfillment in life if we follow what someone else thinks is cool, and then we follow in their footsteps and think that somehow we're going to find happiness? And something else that I have done some research on in history is, if you're born with the proper plumbing to where we in this planet Earth call you a man or a woman, if you have the plumbing of a woman, then you should probably identify as a woman. And if you have the plumbing that you are created to be a man, then why wouldn't you act as a man? And if you do the research on this in the history of over thousands of years, when men and women and society, population in general, has tried to be somebody that they were not created to be in their DNA, they were created by the creator of the heaven and the earth. And that's my personal conviction, is that the same God that created heaven and earth created man and animals and the fish of the sea and etc. And that may not be your personal conviction, and that's okay. That's fine. That's fine if you don't believe that. I personally do believe that, and I also personally believe that if you were created, like I said, with the plumbing that identifies you as a man, then go figure out how a man is supposed to look like and act. And if you've got the plumbing of a woman, go figure out what God planned on you looking like as a woman. And we all want a stable, secure society, life, etc. And my challenge to you today is, what are you doing to create a stable society and an authentic society? Like I said, if you think that celebrities somehow have this perfect life, how it's portrayed in the mainstream media, etc., that they somehow live on this perfect planet called planet Earth, the same planet that we all live on. Well, I mean, maybe some people live on Mars, I'm not sure. And if there is people on the moon or on planet Mars, that's fine. That's fine. I really don't care. But what I'm saying is, the majority of us live here on planet Earth, and we somehow think that we can follow the fads and the styles and all this stuff and find security and fulfillment and freedom and follow what Hollywood has portrayed celebrities, that they somehow have a perfect life. That is such a lie. And you don't have to believe me. I'm not asking you to believe me, but what I'm saying is, do your own research. Do some research. Find out what the real truth is, and then go and live out an authentic life for who you were created to be. Stop following these people that somehow these celebrities, so-called celebrities, they really do have the same struggles as we have. They're They're not spotlighted in the spotlight. Some of those struggles they don't talk about because it would make them not be a celebrity, right? It's just something that I'm very passionate about. Over my span of 43 years being on this planet, I've watched and observed people, and it's like, why is the world not a more authentic place? I mean, why is it that there's so many fake people on social media? And speaking of social media, I used to hate social media because I thought, well, that's where all the fake people hang out at. I'm not gonna have anything to do with social media. For a lot of years, I didn't do much on social media because I thought that's where all the fake people are. But you know what I got convicted of is, well, just because there's a bunch of fake people on social media doesn't mean that you have to be fake. You can get on social media and be real and authentic. I mean, like now I'm sitting in my Ford Escape car here, whatever you want to call it, SUV, and I am making this video. I don't have to have all that perfect lighting in order to get a message out to society. And maybe you disagree, that's fine. You get to have your own opinion. I'm not saying don't go spend money on perfect lighting so you can have nicer videos, etc. If you're going to put them on YouTube or Facebook or whatever, that's fine. And I may someday spend a bunch of money and have a perfect studio to make videos to impact society and help men rise up, because that's really if we think about when we put a video out on the internet for the world to see, what do we want them to see? Do we want them to see how perfectly we're dressed, or how perfect our surroundings are, how perfect our backdrop is? Is it about that, or is it about the message? And I challenge you today, if you're watching this, think about that. Because the message is what I have been convicted of is what's important in life and in this world, because we have forgotten who we are, because we're constantly, like I said, we're constantly following a new fad or another celebrity that used to be an underdog or something. And don't get me wrong, I love watching football. I love watching movies. I love talent. I love skilled celebrities, but for me personally, it's not so much about the following this celebrity that's using a whole bunch of filters and they're acting like life is perfect. I like to watch celebrities that have skill, because that tells me that they have worked hard to get to where they're at, and they have put in the time and effort to be skilled in whatever they do, whether it's a football player, a baseball player, or a movie star. That's great. I commend the celebrities for being skilled, because it is hard. It is hard to be consistently good at what they do. That is amazing, and I commend the celebrities for that, but I don't commend mainstream media and the men and women, etc., that put out on TV or the internet that their life is perfect, that these celebrities' life is perfect, because it's not true. It's not true. It's just not true. And if it is true, guess what? They don't live on planet Earth. They don't live on the same planet I do. And yet they do live on the same planet I do. I know they do. So I hope this message helps you today to think about, what are you doing? What are you doing to bring more authenticity into this world, so that everyone on this planet can live a more fulfilled life? And I just hope, as you watch this, you will look over yourself, as I have had to do in my life. And I got to do this on a daily basis. I got to look at myself and ask myself, where can I be more authentic? How can I be more honest? Because that's really what I want, is more honesty, more truth. And if you look at what we were created for, like I said, we were created in our DNA to want truth. We were not created to want to filter out all the realness and all the authenticity in life. Life is not always easy. And somehow we think that if we filter out all the garbage and the BS that we go through in life and make it look like we somehow have this perfect life, it will somehow make us have more followers or more recognition. And I guess my question has been to myself, do I want fake people to give me fake recognition? Because if it comes from a fake person, is the recognition real that they're giving you? I mean, it's just a question I've had. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe it is. But I'm just saying, I got to ask myself, do I really want recognition from a fake individual, a fake celebrity, or a fake individual? I don't care if it's a celebrity or not. And we were all created to want to feel important. And that's fine. I believe that we should give credit where credit is due. Now, be careful that you don't give credit where it's not due. And I just, again, challenge you, what can we do as men? Because I believe that us as men, if we would rise up and be authentic and be the man that we were created to be, the women would step back and follow the man. And I'm not saying go and push our women back. That's totally not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is the men were created to be the leaders in this world. And us as men have chosen, because we have freedom of choice, obviously, the men have chosen, it seems like, to take this easy way out instead of being the warriors and being the man and leading. We've chosen to take the easy way out, and now we're a bunch of weak sucks. I mean, it's I would love to have a conversation with you if you disagree with what I'm saying. And I'm not judging you if you disagree with what I'm saying. I'm challenging you to do your research and ask yourself, who am I? Who was I created to be? Who am I following? Be blessed.